Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to our chapter number 18, Body Fluids and Circulation. So, today in our we are going to see that which type of circulation is known as double circulation. Okay, so first of all, just look once. This is the difference between arteries and veins, which we have completed in our last class. Now today we are going to start with the double circulation, or we can say pulmonary and systemic circulation. Okay, so double circulation is the phenomena of passage of same blood twice through the heart for completing one cycle. Okay, so means one cycle, when one cycle is completed in our heart, so again the same phenomena will start. Okay, so as the human heart is of 4 chambered, so there is a complete double circulation. That is why there is no mixing of oxygen rich and oxygen poor blood in the heart. So double circulation of blood in men can be studied under two heads, that is pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Okay, so let's see the first one. Okay, this is the structure of pulmonary circulation. Okay, so what is known as pulmonary circulation? It involves the circulation of blood between heart and lungs. Okay, the deoxygenated blood from right ventricle is pumped into pulmonary arteries or pulmonary trunk, or we can say pulmonary arc. Clear? So the latter divided into two pulmonary arteries, that is right and left. So pulmonary arteries are the only arteries which carry deoxygenated blood. These arteries takes this blood to the lungs, and the blood is oxygenated in the lungs. The oxygenated blood from the lungs is collected by 4 pulmonary veins. This is blood poured into left atrium. Clear? So this is the process of pulmonary circulation. Okay, now nextly we having is systemic circulation. You can see this structure. This is known as the figure of systemic circulation. So how it will work? See, it involves the circulation of blood between heart and different parts of the body except the lung. Okay, because lungs already taken place in pulmonary circulation, so except lung. Okay, so the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle is pumped into aorta. Okay, and aorta is the main distribution artery of the blood. So aorta give up arteries to heart wall, that is known as coronary artery, and head, neck, chest and upper limb. Okay, then it proceed as dorsal aorta into trunk. Here it gives artery to alimentary canal, liver, kidney, genital, etc., and divided into two branches for supplying oxygenated blood to the two lower limb on oxygenation, and the blood from all these areas is collected by veins, and the vein give rises to vena cava, which opens in the right atrium. Okay, now venous blood from the heart wall is collected by the coronary vein, and this vein enters the right atrium. Clear? Now I will show you one again structure. One very good figure is given in your book. See, dear students. Yes, this is the figure of systemic representation of blood circulation. Okay, so by this figure you can easily understood what I am saying. Now, so this is all about the blood. Okay, means how the blood get transfer. Okay, and the circulation. Now let's talk about the arterial blood pressure. Okay, what is arterial blood pressure? So see, next we having is arterial blood pressure. Now, so the focus of blood against the wall, yes, the force of the blood against the wall of the blood vessels, that is known as blood pressure. Clear? Means the force of blood on the wall, against the wall, and wall of the blood vessel. That is called as blood pressure. Okay, so the pressure of the body in blood vessels are different during the contraction and relaxation start of the heart. That time it will be different. So at the moment of heart contraction, it is a systolic pressure, and at the moment of the heart relaxation, the blood pressure in the arteries is known as diastolic pressure. So, the blood pressure is the circulatory system depends upon the following factor, means the total volume of the blood, amount of blood entering and leaving a blood vessel. Next is changing in the shape of blood circulation due to contraction and relaxation of heart and blood vessels. Next we having is elasticity of blood vessel, and last viscosity of the blood. That means how we can measure by the viscometer. Okay, that. So the blood pressure is generally measured in term of how it can push mercury column. Okay, that is high BP is greater during the systole than during the diastole. Okay, so these two pressure can be measured by an instrument that is called sphenometer. Okay, meter. Yes, and the BP varies with the age of the individual. So, normally the systolic blood pressure of an individual should be 100 plus. His age in okay, of mercury column. For example, normal systole BP for a person of 20 year is 120 Hg, and the person 30 year is 130 Hg. However, this increase is less marked as the age progress. Okay, so the maximum normal blood pressure should not exceed 150 Hg in adult male, okay, and 140 Hg in female. Clear? Now let's see what is high blood pressure. Okay, which pressure is known as the high blood pressure. So if a person has persisting above 140 by 90 Hg blood pressure, he is said to have a high BP or hypertension. Okay, so many factors are represented for it, and overreacting and obesity are the most important factor for the high blood pressure. That is physical, emotional stress like fear, anxiety, worry, joy, more joy, right, sorrow, etc. So all these will count and include and react in your higher blood pressure or low blood pressure. Now many also cause the hypertension. Okay, hypertension means more than tension. Yes, so high BP is also associated with the hardening of the arteries in old age due to cholesterol deposited in the wall of the vessel, and this condition is known as arteriosclerosis and is one of the main cause of the heart attack also. Okay, means more tension can create heart attack. Clear? Now next we having is low blood pressure. Okay, so fall of blood pressure below 100 mmHg shows the feebly circulation of the blood. So this condition is known as low blood pressure or hypotension. Okay, so one is hyper and this is hypotension. Okay, and it may result due to vasodilation of the arterioles, anemia, blood loss, and due to bleeding or failure of the pumping action of the heart. So maybe we can say this is the reason of low blood pressure. Clear? Now what is the factor can affect on the blood pressure? So like exercise, right, excitement and emotions, construction of the blood vessels, food means just take after food the blood pressure is vessel increases minutely. Okay, and body posture, right, amount and concentration of the blood. Yes, and also age matters a lot. So all these things are the factor. Now, arterial system of human being. Okay, so I explained you this already. So the arterial system in human being, see, in human being, blood is supplied in all the part of the body through arteries, right? So the two main aorta arises from the heart, which supply blood in all the part of the body. That is, we already see that systematic aorta and pulmonary aorta. Yes, so the systematic aorta, that is originating from the left ventricle, this arc also curve dorsal ward and to the left, and then it supplies the oxygenated, that is pure blood, from all the part of the body by various branches. So like coronary arteries है ना, innominated artery, subclavian artery and intercostal artery. So all these arteries plays a very important role in the circulation. Okay, so you can see here, yes, this is very beautifully described, the arterial system of human. Okay, dear students, in the same way we having pulmonary aorta. Okay, this is the systematic aorta, now pulmonary aorta. Okay, so in pulmonary aorta, it originated from the right ventricle. This arc soon curved dorsivord and to the left, and then split into right and left pulmonary arteries for the respective lung. So you see the venous system of the human. So the venous return from the lung in pure and oxygenated blood and brought by two pulmonary vein, which opens into the left aortum by the common pore. The venous return from all the part of the body is of the impure blood, and it is brought into a right atrium by three principal veins, that is called vena cava. Clear? So a posterior vena cava or a postcaval vein, and the right and left anteriole. Okay, that is vena cava, or preval vein. Clear? So you can see here, so anterior veins and posterior veins, it plays a very important role, and this figure is already given. Yes. Now next we having is lymphatic system, or we can say lymph circulatory system. So when blood flows from arteries to veins, its fluid plasma filters through the blood capillaries due to pressure and difference. Okay, and this fluid is known as interstitial fluid, or we can say tissue fluid. Okay, so what is the function is, it carries sugar, salt, amino acids and respiratory gases. Okay, so a part of this fluid is reabsorbed into the capillaries at various ends to the components, okay, of the blood. Yes, now so but most of it flows into a system and of fine channels that represent a joint in the form of system vessels, that is known as lymphatic system. Clear? So let's talk about lymph. Okay, what is lymph? Now this is important. Okay, so lymph is the tissue fluid that enters in the lymph capillaries. Okay, it is known as a filtrate blood plasma, but it has low protein content than plasma. Okay, and lymph is a clear watery fluid flowing through the lymphatic vessels, and this is link between the blood and tissue fluid. So the lymph contains several types of leukocytes and lymphocytes and granulocytes. Okay, so we can see the functions of lymph also, like lymph functions as middleman and help in the distribution of different nutrients and oxygen to tissue cells, and it also help in the removal of nitrogenous waste product and CO2 from the tissue and pass them into the blood. So we can see various functions of lymph. It also maintain the volume of blood. Yes. Now, compension between lymph and blood. Okay, so when we will see the compension, that means similarly between limbs and blood. So both having WBCs and both contain equal amount of sugar, urea, amino acid and salt, and both possesses the capacity of coagulation. So in this way they are similarly same, yes. But you can see again here's the difference between is given in lymph and blood. Okay, the characters and the difference between. Okay, now let's talk about lymph vessel. Okay, which vessel is known as lymph vessel and what is lymph vessel? Okay, so in fact lymphatic system is an open system which consists of network of lymph vessels and lymph sinuses that present beneath the skin muscle in the wall of the digestive system and around the nervous system. So lymph from the sinus flows into the lymph vessels and lymph vessels are known as lymphatic. Clear? Yes. Now you can see here, see this is the lymphatic system of human. Yes. Now next we having is lymph nodes. What is lymph node? At a specific point lymph vessels are enlarged to form lymph node, means they will change their shape and they will enlarge and they will form a lymph node. Okay, and these nodes are located along the vessels much like bread on the string. In lymph node the lymphatic tissue is spread into a components by fibrous, yes, by different types of fibers proportions, and lymph duct enters the lymph node and break up into fine branches which is joined from the efferent lymph duct like, yes, postural system. Clear? Now when we will talk about the function of lymph node, so lymph node produce lymphocytes and monocyte, and lymph node produce certain antibodies, and it perform, yes, phagocytosis and destroy bacteria and other pathogens. Okay, now you can see this is the structure of given here. This is called the exchange of chemical substance between lymph and blood capillaries and tissue fluid. Okay, so till here students, this is for today, and we will continue with the next topic in our next class. Thank you.